Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. Continuing our look at Netflix's Sense8. Francis, Bibbs, Alonso, Kim is at E3. We missed her this week. Episode 5, Art is Like Religion.
And it is.
Sure, why not?
I guess, yeah, why not? Of all the really kind of pretentious stuff going on the show, Art is Like Religion is really tame. It's
Sure.
just, everyone's like, sure, why not?
I'll take it. I love so much of the show loves the duck soup mirror gag.
Yeah, I was thinking that too this time when they tried touching it and everything.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
So I love Lito having a period. That was kind of cool.
She's so beautiful. It's not gonna last. So good. And I can't stop crying. The Lito storyline on this one is interesting because this is the episode with this big, crazy, stupid Robert Rodriguez shootout that goes on forever, and it doesn't really tie into anything.
And you can see the wires.
That was the thing. Here was the thing that drove me nuts.
Point.
When they released the trailer for Sense8, they showed a clip that was like a big montage, and one of the shots was Lito doing that slidey gun thing, and you can see the camera, and there were a lot of people online saying, "Oh Jesus Christ, how shitty is this show going to be?" They left the camera in. They didn't even CGI the camera out. And I'm like, well, who's laughing now?
That's right.
Who's laughing now? A lot of you actually, because you're not watching the show.
The director for me made that scene. He was hilarious.
Oh,
He's on this, how was that? I'm going to have a hard-on for weeks or something.
It was a ridiculous moment.
I may start referring to Sun as Jean-Claude Korean woman for the rest of this episode.
Not Jean-Claude Korean.
Yeah, because that's what Capheus calls her. So Capheus is getting in deep with the mob boss guy. Which, is an interesting dilemma because it's like, okay, yes, I do want to save my mother, but how far do I take it with this guy who's clearly bad news?
Yeah. At what point do you just let mom die? Like, that's my thing. It's like, look, she's not doing well anyway. It's like I don't know. I think he's gonna be tested more on that point. I think.
Well, sure.
But that's always a point. Like they always do this moral quandary in like crime movies or crime subplots, where it's like, well, if you don't help us bomb the Pentagon, your daughter will stay sick. And I'm like, because my daughter, I'm gonna pick daughter stays sick. Actually,
well, it's easy for you to say now.
It's incredibly easy for me to say now.
You'll be happy to hear this, but I just finally. I just let go of the fact that I don't know how they've came about to these senses. You know what I mean? I just don't really like at this point because it literally was giving me a headache. It was like I was waiting 5 or 6 episodes in. And I was like, can you just tell me how this happened? And then at this point, I'm just like, I don't really care. Now I'm interested in how their actions are really influencing themselves in their separate lives, and I really loved the scene in which he tried to face the group. What's his name again? Van Damme tried to face the group. And he is so confident.
He's got nothing.
He's like, I'm ready for this. and I expected another fight scene, and he just completely misses it.
Yeah.
So
think of it this way: you know as much as the character.
Exactly.
Well,
that's what I think, and that's a good part of to explain is that I think what the Wachowskis do is they're trying to take you on the journey with them without them selling you the story. So you're just like, come with us, and when it gets to the point where you realize what is going on, it's going to be a great moment for you in the show, and you can finally sing the song.
Yeah, there's no Larry Fishburne here to sort of like walk you through the whole thing. And,
I think it's important to think about this show is so much about experience and sensation and it being in a moment.
Yeah.
And taking a lot of time out to put everything in context would actually rob the show of a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I also, again, I dread. I look ahead and I'm terrified that like season 2 or season 3 of this show would be everything is 100% explained. No one has anything resembling a normal life anymore. They'll have cool leather uniforms. And they're trying to take them. That's like the last season of Prison Break where all of a sudden they're like spies. And they're like, what the hell is this? This sucks.
I was going to say, with that being said though, I do still believe that there can be more clarity in how they are influencing each other specifically, because at some points I feel that there's far too many. And that's part of the idea. There's far too many cohesive senses going on that I don't know who's experiencing what from who. Like there was one point where I believe Van Damme was walking and I think Sun was feeling the same expressions that he was feeling, and I was like, I don't know who's influencing who at the moment. I like it when it's just when I know exactly like someone else is feeling the same sensation. Like we're going to talk about it in the next episode, but one of the most captivating scenes with the blonde girl when she's captured and the police officer is feeling exactly what she's feeling at that moment.
So great.
That's when it sells to me. That's when I'm like, okay, now I believe that they're directly influencing each other.
We reviewed the Overnight this week in the movie section of What the Flick, and I was complaining that the fake penises on Jason Schwartzman and Adam Scott were terrible. The
sad thing is those are their real penises, and they just have
no.
terrible penises.
No.
Okay,
I know they're prosthetics. The fake dong game is on point in this show.
Yeah, is that fake dong?
I'm guessing it's fake because it's all usually in movies for whatever weird reason, whether it's censorship or air conditioning. I don't know. That's often fake. If it's real, then more power to him. But
he's naked 90% of the time.
He's naked a lot in this episode, and I don't know. He seems pretty flaccid. It doesn't seem like a hey, look at my dick. Like it seemed pretty. I would not.
I've gotten used to the fact that it's usually a prosthetic. If it's not,
if it's not well done,
I'm gonna touch. Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna complain at this part, but so we'll skip ahead to the wedding, and Wolfgang comes up and basically says, "What are you doing? You don't love him, right?" Yeah. So is that him being able to feel what she feels? Is that him just okay? I'm glad that's cleared up because I didn't want to believe
he's not being manipulative.
Yeah, I didn't
he's
want
actually reading the situation.
You've met her 3 times and suddenly you're now going to make a big swoop for it.
He knows that in the way that people suddenly start speaking Korean or Swahili. They're in each other's minds.
Okay,
exactly.
So
yeah, all right.
I'm happy with that.
Real fast, there was a thing that confused me. There was this part where the 2 cops were talking, and one of them wanted to go to a show with a guy whose penis could wrap around him in the back. That was a fake cock, right? I mean, that shot with the fake penis.
What are we talking about?
He hands him this card or whatever, and he looks at the card, and it's close with the card, and it's this guy with his wang, and it's
yeah.
That's fake, right?
I'm thinking I'm gonna say
that's Photoshop. Okay,
yeah,
good.
the sign card. I remember that
because I was feeling pretty good about Wolfgang, but I saw that I'm just
Thanks for
I don't know if I
clarifying.
can compete with that. That's pretty bad. That's
All
like
right.
a person strapped to your
So
chest.
we are zipping through. We'll be right back with episode 6.